Hello, everybody. We're back again. We're just continuing with this review of, this is TS 056, review of the second unit in the term. And this, what we're looking at this time is a substitution problem. If A is equal to 1, B is equal to 4, and C is equal to 2, what is the value of 2A minus 8B minus 12C? All right, so this is fairly straightforward. They're giving us all the information. A is equal to 1, B is equal to 4, and C is equal to 2. And then what is 2A minus 8B minus 12C? That's equal to what? All right, so what we have to do is substitute these values in. And we just have to be sure we have the same sign. So I'm going to suggest 2 times A. I'm going to put all the numbers. And we're subtracting 8 times B, which is 4. 8 times 4. And then we're subtracting 12 times C. And C is equal to 2. And that's equal to what? Okay, and so from here, I think we just have to multiply these out and see what we end up with. All right, so let's try a different color. 2 times 1 is 2. And then if you like, you can look at this as a negative 8, look at this as negative 12. Negative 8 times 4 is negative 32. And negative 12 times 2 is negative 24. Okay, and so now we've got 2 minus 32 minus 24. One other way you can write that, if you say we have 2 here, 2 minus 8 times 4 is 32, and then you can subtract then 12 times 2, so if you leave it positive but keep the subtraction sign, you're going to end up with the same thing. But there are subtle differences there, but either way it's going to work. If you consider the 8 as negative and multiply it by 4, you'll get negative 32. If you consider this subtraction sign or the negative sign as an operation, then you can just subtract whatever 8 times 4 is. It's up to you. Just be aware that there are 2 different ways you can approach this. So now we just have to evaluate this, and if we're thinking about PEMDAS, and PEMDAS is that's a keyword you can look if you don't know about PEMDAS or if you want to review. Go to Khan Academy and type in PEMDAS and you can review this. So PEMDAS is the order of operations, and in this particular equation we've got just 2 operations, both subtraction, and those are in the lowest rung of the hierarchy. And when you have anything in the same hierarchy, the same level, then you're going to just work from left to right. So we'll evaluate this as 2 minus 32. Will you evaluate this side first? And 2 minus 32, you can think of this as positive 2 being combined with negative 32. Whenever the signs are different and you're adding or subtracting, you're combining numbers with different signs, take the difference between the 2 numbers. So we have 32 and 2. The difference there is 32 minus 2, and it leaves 30. And then the sign of this preliminary answer, looks like I've lost my screen. Let me see if I can bring it back. This is kind of a recent problem where the screen drops down like this, my tablet, and then it stops communicating. Anyway, so what you missed was PEMDAS right here. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, addition or subtraction. And we're subtracting 32 from 2. So whenever you have different sign numbers that you're combining, which is what we have here, you take the difference between the 2 numbers and then look at the signs of the numbers. And the sign on the bigger number is the sign that survives in the answer. So these 2 combine to make negative 30. And then we're going to subtract 24, okay? So you can think of this as the signs being the same, and this is important because this is where they're trying to trick you. You subtract from a positive, the signs are different. You take the difference between the numbers. But when the signs are the same, you just combine them and then you can use the same rule. Use the sign of the larger number for your sign of the surviving number. So, but because these are both negative, you can think of that as a kind of unit. You're going to combine the two to make 54, and your answer is going to be negative, okay? So when we evaluate this expression, negative 30 minus 24, we get negative 54. And this is our final answer. And we can try that in here and see what it says. Negative 54. What do you think? Okay, it worked. We got our green light. So I'd like you to pause this as soon as I change the screen and try to work this one. Remember, it's substitution. They give you 3 numbers, and here's a negative one. So be careful when you substitute negative 5 in here for C. Use those brackets and keep it separate from the 11. It's 11 times negative 5, okay? And they've got an addition part in there. Anyway, give this a try, see how it goes. If you run into trouble, come and ask me for help. I'm going to stop this and go on to a different topic. So give this one a try, please.